So let's go over how to use the addition rule. Let's first just actually write down the addition rule, guys. Here's the addition rule. We've done so far the past 2 days when I asked you to do the probability of event A plus event B. All right, I've asked you to do, let me do this, sorry. When I said A or B, that's my bad. When I said A or B, when you see the word or, I've asked you to use what operation? No addition, right? What word for multiplication? And, right? And for the multiply. All right, so far, you've done this, right? We did this 2 days ago. All right, now, here's the deal. There had to be something true about these events if you can do this. Do you remember what had to be true about events A and B for this to be okay? Disjoint. What up? Well done, Cameron. Right? That means that if one happens, right, if event A happens, can event B happen? No, right? So this would be like if you wanted to find out the likelihood that the next M&M you pick out is red or orange. Then you could add, because that's a disjoint event. Okay? Once you pull it out, you know, it's either one color, it can't be two colors. Okay? Now, what we're going to find out is that if they're not disjoint, we have to make sure we include something else. So here's the rest of the addition rule. Minus the probability that they both happen. All right, so essentially, I just want to factor this in so I don't double count. That's why I put the minus probability of A and B. So I'm going to be using this rule to do numbers 3, 1, and 2. Okay, everybody ready? Everybody have a calculator? Here we go. Go to number 3. Take a moment to read about Mitchell. Do you have a question? Yeah. You need the formula again? Okay, ready for Mitchell? All right, so I'm going to write down the formula. Now, what I recommend when you're doing this link is to write down this formula every time, okay? Then you're going to kind of slot in the given stuff in the question. All right, so it says the probability that a bottle is made of plastic number 2 is 0.9. I'm going to make that my event A. My event A is the likelihood that the bottle is made of a certain plastic. So I'm going to put 0.9 for event A. Is everyone okay with that? Plus, the probability that it was incorrectly sorted is 0.3. That is my event B. So I'm going to put 0.3 where it says probability of event B. Okay? The probability that it is made of plastic, number 2, and was incorrectly sorted is 0.2. So that's going to go where it says and. So in this case, I'm solving for A or B, right? Do you see that, the word there, or in the problem? So I'm solving for this one. So use your calculator right now if you need to figure out what 0.9 plus 0.3 minus 0.2 is. It's 1. Did I put 0.2? Why is what 0.2? They're saying the likelihood that both things happen at the same time is 0.2. They're not disjoint events. So the likelihood that a bottle is made of plastic number 2 or it's incorrectly sorted is 100%. Is going to happen. One or the other is going to happen. Or both. Everyone okay? I want to do this one because it's like weird. Usually you just get like a 0.6 but you got 1. That can happen. Everyone all right with number 3? Okay. Go back to number 1. Write down the formula. And this is exciting. This is actually one of the formulas that you're given on the AP exam. They will actually give you this formula. I know, right? You'll probably end up memorizing it anyway. We're going to do it so much, but they actually give you this one on the formula sheet. So that's exciting. Yeah, they don't give you a whole lot, but this is helpful. All right, here we go. We've got a birthday party caterer is looking at cups, whether they contain carrot juice or whether they have a squiggly straw. I don't think I've ever heard that called squiggly. Is that the one that like do the loops? Yeah. I call those crazy straws. Right. Crazy straws. Not crazy. Crazy straws. Silly straws? That works too. That's probably more accurate. Okay. So we have the probability that a cup contains carrot juice is 0.2. I'm going to slot that in for the probability of event A. The probability that it contains a squiggly straw, that's fun to say, is 0.91. That's my event B. All right. And it says the probability that it contains carrot juice or contains a squiggly straw is 0.97. So make sure you put that in the correct spot, right? That word is or, so I put it on the left side of the equation. So actually we're solving, right? We're solving for ands. So you got a couple options here, right? You can just add these together and move it over. But what are you going to get when you do that? 0.2. Well, you're going to get a negative. I don't know what you get, but you get a negative, which is fine because right here it has the opposite. So you can always do that and just make it positive. Or if you want, you can move this over to the other side, move this over with subtraction. I don't care. Your choice. All right. I trust that you can do these algebraic moves. I'm not sure. I'm going to do it in my calculator. So it's 0.2 plus 0.91 and then minus 0.97. So again, I got 0.14. If you got negative 0.14, just make sure, can we have negative probabilities? No, always between 0 and 1. So 0.14 is my answer. This is A and B is 0.14. Yes, Nate. Great question. Nate just said, why did I put the 0.97 over there, where in number 3, I didn't? Can anyone answer his? Yeah, Larry?
Because in the first one, we did with the third one, it asked for the or. Right there, you highlighted or. And then the question that we're doing right now is asking for the and.
So the one, exactly right, Larry. It gave us and in the problem. So I slotted that 0.2 where it says and, right? But in this question, it gave us the or. So I slotted that where it says or. And we're asking for the and, so that's why I'm solving for this one. It can get a little tricky, so make sure you got the right words going on. Everybody okay?
Yeah.
Let's do one more. All right, last one, number 2. Lamar is shopping for a pair of sunglasses. All right, so probability of A or B equals probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of A. Now, if you would like to, I know some of the people out there, some students like to change the letters. Like you could say, we're talking about round frames. You could have probably an R for round frames. And then the next one says regular lenses. You could say L for lenses. So you can change the letters. I don't care, right? It doesn't matter to me. Okay, the first one it says is round frames. So that's 0.7. The probability that it has regular lenses is 0.4. And it doesn't give us anything else. Okay, it says, what is the probability that a randomly chosen pair of sunglasses has round frames or regular lenses? So I'm going to be solving for this one, right, or, but it didn't give me and. It didn't give me and. So how am I going to proceed if I am trying to solve for or, but I have another unknown? Why? Do you remember the multiplication rule from Tuesday? Only if, so this is the rule we've been using. Only if these two events are, not that one, the other one. What is it? Did you say? Independent. Camera's 2 for 2. Independent. And what does it say in the problem? It says if these are independent events. So can I use this formula to find the probability that the sunglasses have regular lenses and round frames? I can. So I'm going to multiply first 0.7 times 0.4. Calculator's there if you need it. So that's going to be going here. And then I can just go ahead and add those together and subtract 0.28. 0.82 is correct.